Hello students, welcome back to my channel Maths Insider. So today we're going to see the linear equation and solving using the substitution method. So what we're going to learn in this video. So number one, how to solve a pair of linear equation using the substitution method. That is when the pair of linear equations of two variables are given, how we will adopt this substitution method to solve it. Then steps that we will use to solve the substitution method, we should follow each of these steps, which will give us the correct value of these variables and when to use the substitution method when the problem is given. So we have so many methods, like we have already seen the graphical method, and there are other two methods as well, but when we will be using that and some of the important tips for the exam. So it's very important. Watch this video till end and it will be easy for you to solve the problems. So now let's get started. So first we're going to learn what is this substitution method. So the substitution method, that means find the value of one variable from one equation from a pair of linear equations of two variables. So when the pair of linear equations of two variables is given, we will try to express one variable with respect to another, and whatever we have got that value in terms of the other, then we substitute it into the second equation of the pair of linear equation. So this is important. So first we have to get the value from one equation and we have to make use of that value in the second equation, and then we have to solve both for x and y. So this is the method. Now we will go step by step method to solve this pair of linear equation of two variables using this substitution method. Let's take an example. Say x plus y is equal to 5 and x minus y is equal to 1. We've taken a very simple example. Let's solve it. So we state that first equation 1 and the second one is equation 2 of the pair of linear equations of two variables, that is x and y, which is very clear. Now step 1, what we need to do, find the value of one variable in terms of another variable from equation 1. So let us consider equation 1 and we are trying to find the value of one variable with respect to another. So we have to find y in terms of x from this equation. So we have x plus y is equal to 5, y equal to 5 minus x. So we are moving x from left hand side to right hand side and take care of the sign. This is important. So while doing this kind of problem, we should take care of the sign. So sign of x has changed from plus to minus. Now step number 2, substitute the value of x. It should be value of y because we have expressed y in terms of x. So we'll substitute the value of y. So you can also do the other way around. You can also express x in terms of y and substitute the value of x. So here I'll substitute the value of y from equation 1 to equation 2. What is the second equation? Second equation is we have x minus y equal to 1. So now to replace y with 5 minus x from equation 1. So x minus 5 minus x is equal to 1. So this is the equation, becomes like x minus 5 minus x equal to 1. So we are replacing 5 minus x in terms of in the place of y in second equation. Now we'll solve the equation for x. Step 3, what we'll need to follow? We have to solve for x, because now the second equation is only having one variable. So that is the main objective. We have to convert two variables into one variable and find that variables. So we obtain from step 2 the equation x minus 5 minus x, or x minus 5 and minus minus become plus x, and we get 1. Then we move minus 5 to from left hand side to right hand side becomes 6. So 2x equal to 6, x become equal to 3. So here you can also see how important the sign is while solving this problem. So keep in mind about the sign when we are transposing one, or when we are moving one value from left hand side to right hand side. Now step 4, find the value of another variable in case y for the linear equations. So we have got x now. Now we have to find y. Now we again have to make use of equation 1, because we have expressed y in terms of x. So we know from step 1 that y is equal to 5 minus x. Now in place of x we have already got the value. Putting the value of x that we have obtained from step 3, and then y becomes 5 minus 3, and we finally get the value y equal to 2. So it's so simple. Only we have to follow the steps. If you follow the steps correctly, you will get the answer. So the final value of the answers, the values of the variables of the given pair of linear equations are, what are they? X equal to 3 and y equal to 2. So this is the final value. Now the third important thing, the important tips for the exam, which is very important. So 1, always substitute the variable correctly from one equation to another. So first express one variable with respect to another with proper sign, then we substitute it to the another equation. Be careful with the signs that I am already emphasizing on while solving this problem. Third, write the step numbers and follow each step as we need to substitute one variable from one equation to another. So that's why you have to follow the steps carefully. And the fourth one is show proper calculations, which is very important. Now in exam there are step marking, so if you follow and clearly write the steps, you will get full marks. So follow it. Now the fourth important thing is when to use the substitution method. This is very important because there are so many methods available for solving this pair of linear equation. Now when to use the substitution method. So substitution method is best when, number one of the equation of the given pair of linear equations of the two variable has x or y alone, so there is no coefficient. They will sit as a single variable without any coefficient, that is, or the variables has coefficient 1. Example, let us take one example to clarify this. Now given a pair of linear equation, so x plus y equal to 5. So here you can see, what we can see, either x or y, they have no coefficient is 1, and or they are alone. So we can see that coefficient of x and y is 1, so we can easily substitute to the second equation. Okay, and let's take the other second equation, 2x plus 3y equal to 8. So x plus y equal to 5 or y equal to 5 minus x. I'm expressing y in terms of x, moving x from left hand side to right hand side. The sign changes from plus to minus. Now if we substitute the value of y in the second equation to the second equation, it's become very easy to solve. So 2x plus 3 times 5 minus x, we are replacing 5 minus x in place of y, which is equal to 8. Now we can easily solve, and it's become very simple. So when to use, we have shown you when the one of the equation is having the variables with coefficient 1. So very easy to apply the substitution here for this kind of example. So quickly revise what we have learned so far. Number 1, what is the substitution method for solving the pair of linear equations of two variables, and when to use it to solve the linear equation. Step by step solving the equations, keeping in mind the sign of the equations. And third is what we should keep in mind when or while solving the equations, that is mainly the sign and expressing one variable with the other, substituting it properly, and again solving it. So in the next video we're going to learn the elimination method, which is another important method in solving the pair of linear equation of two variables. If you like this video, please go ahead and share it with your friends, subscribe it, and waiting for the next video. Thank you.